Hi, this is Kimber Bryan with Curvy Heart Face Painting. I wanted to say hello and thank you. I was in the mood to do another one today because, again, I'm bored and I already did all my laundry. So I wanted to do a spooky pumpkin. Nothing too scary to scare the kids, but something some kids might like. So we all know that I have a problem with big black lines, and so yeah, this eye. That's okay. I wanted it to kind of be like a leaf, like an artistic version of a leaf, and then this side's gonna be like a scary pumpkin. So that being said, what we're going to use today is we're going to use our handy dandy orange, yellow, melted black, white, and some glitter. Now I already have like my solo gem because I couldn't figure out a way to make it gems really work with this, so that's why we had the one gem. And glitter, everything looks better with glitter. We are going to be using a sponge for the round bits of the pumpkin that's going to be here on my face. This should be pretty simple for anyone to do. We're not going to be doing it. We're not going to be applying the orange with a sponge today. We're going to be applying it with my gigantic 1-inch brush. Oh, it's not 1 inch. It's 3/4. Oh, 1 inch. No, all 3/4. That's okay. I like this guy. He's flat. He's sharp. So that being said, why don't we get started with applying the orange? So I already have a design that I'm going to follow, and I have it on a piece of paper right here in front of me. And normally when I face paint little kids, I normally have my phone available to me to look up anything that they have come up with, because they can come up with some pretty awesome things. Obviously I don't have my phone on me because you guys are watching me. So I have my sketchbook. If you look, because this is a flat brush, we're not going to do our swirls because we don't want to damage the bristles, but we're just going simply back and forth loading up the sponge. Now we're going to test it on ourselves to make sure that it works, that it's a nice thick consistency. It's a little bit more watery than I like, so I'm just going to keep on pressing into the paint a little bit more and scratch my eyeball because that feels so good. Okay. Oh, sashimi. Okay, so we're gonna go in. I'm gonna start with the forehead. I want it to go across this side and come here. So we're just going to do like that. Okay, and then we're gonna start another sharp edge, and we're gonna tilt it up a little bit like that. And then one more. It doesn't have to be as gigantic. And then we're going to come here. So it's very blocky. And come down like that. And we're going to bring this guy out here like that. And I'm going to cover most of this eye with black. But I'm just doing the outline of the orange right now. So every kid has that one costume that they wear for multiple years in a row. Mine was always a hippie. There was always an abundance of tie-dye shirts. I mean, real shocker, but I love the idea of being a hippie. So you do not have to go any particular way with doing this pumpkin. I'm just doing sharp edges because I'm going to make my face look cracked. Like this is my outside of my face and I'm a pumpkin on the inside. It's very Halloween-y town, Halloween town, not Halloween-y town. I crack my own self up, but that's just me. So with this, we're gonna go across to the nose. So we're gonna go here. And we're going to bring this down to about there. And we're going to connect it right here. And then we're going to bring this guy all the way across the nose, like so. And we're going to bring it down. And we're just going to cover right here. And we're going to go all the way down the chin. Now the chin, let's get the chin sorted before like that, and then there we go. Again, I use non-toxic stuff, so it doesn't matter if it's on my lips. It's essentially like watercolor. It's not gonna hurt you. I wouldn't suggest sprinkling it on cupcakes since we're eating kids, but all right. Well, I just look like I'm trying to be an orange right now. So we're going to make another sharp indent, and we're going to bring this down like that. Ooh. See, this is what happens when your brush is too watery. I added a little too much water. And then we're going to have just grab, I kind of like sharp points. And we're going to outline all this in black. So now that I have my outline of my face, kind of like a puzzle, you border that stuff up. And I want to get on my nose. Yes, I wash my brushes. No, they haven't seen anyone else in a while, so I'm not worried about that. Now, I put some black eyeliner on, so just to help out with the black face paint, I'm just going to fill this in. It's going to be covered in black anyways, but I just like everything being one color right now. All right, I'm touching up some spots that are a bit on the thinner side. That's one of the reasons I don't typically like using brushes. I like the sponges because they're pretty exact. Like the sponges, they fill in all the crease and everything, and I like it like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my handy dandy gigantic brush, and I'm going to take my sponge, and I'm just going to brush the side like that, and do the same to the other side, because I'm going to fill the middle in with yellow so we can have our roundness. All right, so just keep filling in the sides because you already have this filled in. It's just to help the white or the yellow that we're going to apply blend in a little bit easier, so it's not so striking. But all right, so we have that, and I haven't even painted the yellow yet. So let me get that guy going. So because this is a round brush, we're going to swirl it instead of, and I made sure that the brush is really, really wet. Not really wet, just damp. Nice and loaded. And I'm just going to brush it on here. And always, 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 before you paint it on anyone's face, yours, your kids, Joe Blow next door, you always test it out on yourself, because it might be too wet or it might be too dry, and then it's just going to be a nightmare to reapply. Okay, so that's what it looks like with the painted yellow. I'm going to spritz my sponge. Moisture helps keep it wet, and so with this guy, I'm going to pat it in the direction I want. It's a little wet, so it's going to have like that kind of look to it. So I decided I want a little bit. Let me see. I don't have my fan. Oh, there it is. Dollar store fan. Always feel like a princess. So we're fanning when we're fanning. So I'm wondering what you guys are making your tiny, tiny babies be for Halloween. Because even though there might not be Halloween, there's definitely going to be Halloween photos. So I'm curious as what you're going to dress your babies as. I don't have any kids, but I might dress up my boyfriend up in his onesie, so that way he can hang out with his nieces and nephews as Sully from Monsters Inc. And then I'm debating on painting my face blue with a giant eyeball and being Mike. I thought that might be fun. So I'm reloading my paintbrush because of this little mess right here. I kind of lost the yellow bit, but once we apply it, we should have no issues. So it's still a little damp, so we'll start on this side, and then we're just going to go down the eye like this and try to go for a rounded look. I feel very Bob Ross right now and I don't know why. And then we're gonna go right here. So we might only do 2 curves. Another pumpkin. I kind of wanted one right there. So we're gonna just soften this up and press and blend, press and blend. So, there. I look like a very, very fake pumpkin from Dollar Tree, but I'm okay with that. We're not going for accuracy, we're going for fun. So, oh, my Aunt Kelly is on. That's cool. They're obsessed with Halloween, and I love going to their house. All year round, it's like a miniature Halloween. It's cool. Okay, so now we're gonna let this dry. With that, I should probably brush out the fan. I want to know what you guys think about me doing like spooky Friday nights until Halloween time. I don't mind doing them, but if it's something that you guys would like, I don't see a problem with it. So let me know if you guys want me to do something spooky on Friday nights, or maybe even Saturday nights for spooky Saturdays. All right, so it's still a little damp, but it's mostly dry. We're going to go in and we're going to draw the outline for the black eye. And so I'm going to use my medium-sized brush right here. And I got it nice and wet. I'm going to dab it because, like you saw with the orange, we do not want drippage. I already have a couple spots on here, and I'm pretty sure Timon and Pumbaa are decorated somehow. We're going to take water, spritz our black, and we're just going to load our brush by twirling it around in little circles. We want the black nice and loaded, and I don't think it's wet enough because the more it's loaded and the more moist the paint is on the brush, the more smoother it is going to be on the skin, and you're not going to have like a whole lot of issues with it snagging like that. Like that's really, really nice. You want that kind of coverage. So that's where we're going to go with the eye. We're going to go with like an angry eye like that. And we're going to bring it down like that. So it's kind of like a sideways triangle, and we're just going to fill this in. If you hear the jingle, 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 that's my dog Bella. She just came in from using the bathroom. I know you guys desperately needed to know that, so I'm glad I was here to help you with that question. All right, we're just filling in near the eye socket. You do not have to go this in depth. You can just do the outline, but I'm a little extra, so we're just going to fill it in. And we're going to go like this. And we're going to go on top of the eyelid. Now, because it's a Halloween theme, and because it's still September, I haven't felt right about breaking out with Halloween stuff. I did a Jack and Sally face paint. And I was super excited about it. And my grandma Lita decided, or she's the one that went with Sally, and I was really excited to have her as a model. And if any of you guys are on YouTube or you follow anything, you can watch those videos on YouTube. I haven't loaded them up on Facebook yet because I kind of wanted it to be a thing. So, all right, now we're going to go in for the nose. We're just doing a very basic triangle nose for this guy. So try to make your triangle the best you can. I'm going to get mine a sharp edge as soon as I find one, because my nose is very round. So we're filling this in, and I want it to be sharper. Okay, well, very basic jack-o'-lantern nose. And now for the mouth. Okay, I don't know why I did that all weird. All right, I'm gonna go and down and up and down and then up and down. Maybe one more. We're gonna cut this guy because I wanted it got a little short. We're gonna cut it up. And this is gonna be our last one, and we're gonna do it in, and then we're gonna go out again, a little bit like that. Or I just straightened it out. That is totally okay. So my black is starting to get a little dry, so I'm just dipping it back in the water, just a little bit, just so it's nice and wet. And then, because this guy goes up, I'm kind of just gotta go down like that. It took me until I was about 25 years old to figure out how to cut the top out of a pumpkin so it didn't just fall in. Yeah. But I sure as heck loved pumpkin carving competitions. I only entered one. I won a pumpkin pie, or I was told I'd win a pumpkin pie. Still to this day, have not received it. And we're just gonna fill this in. Alright, paint that lipstick on. I'm gonna get it a little bit wetter. And I know my lip looks super sweaty right now. There. I didn't have to do a whole lot of work with that. Alright. And we're just filling it in. Okay. Yeah, well, you went curved. Okay, no problem. Okay, so I am a sucker for eyebrows, for angry eyebrows on things like my shark and my dinosaurs and just anything. So I'm going to try without, oh, I bumped my nose, without trying to mess up any of the progress I've made so far. I'm going to scrunch my eyebrows up like that, and I'm going to try to give myself an angry, gigantic eyebrow. And then I want Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Sorry, it's not the season. It's not the season yet. I'm so excited. Okay, so we're going back with the melted black. I pretty much did everything I wanted. The orange is all dried. That means that we can start outlining it. So I'm really excited about that because that's my favorite part. And I always start out with a small brush because I have an issue with thick black lines. Just look at this guy over here. See? Oh, yep, you can see all the damage I did, but now it's hidden. Okay, so I should probably stop talking to myself. I know I'm talking to someone. All right, so we rolled the guy, this little guy, so it's nice and sharp. And now we are going to go in and we're going to let's do the top and work our way down. After I fix this eyebrow, because it looks a little weird. This is what happens when you have bushy, hairy eyebrows. Pink gets caught up in it. There, that's better. Okay. Alright. Make sure I get all the other paint out of my way so I don't stick my elbow in it like I did earlier. Alright, so we're going to go with a sharp there and a sharp down. We're going to come here and we're going to extend the line. I want to extend the lines to make it look like my face is cracking. I know that sounds funny, but I kind of like the look of it so far. Alright, and then we're going to go like that. And you can always extend these side lines out to make it look like it's cracking even further up your skin. Now, this just makes me think of, if you could be anything underneath your real face, what would you choose to be? I don't know how to answer that question myself, but it seemed like a good question. If anyone's willing to answer it. All right, we're gonna go like that, and like that, and like that. I kind of wish I had a pearlescent orange, because then it could look pearly. But once I do the glitter, it'll have that look, because I had the pearl, the kind of like white pearl. Can you just literally just draw dramatic lines? And then try to clean this up right here. I have that song stuck in my head all day. There we go. I tend to clean things up last minute. Alright, now I just look like I have a giant black boogie trying to drip out of my nose. And they're gonna go, oh, so ticklish. Whew. That was a close one. And I want this to go like that. I don't know why, but I have a feeling kind of like the way it crinkles around the lips, because the lips are round. And kind of like that. Ooh, oh, that tickled so bad. So tickly, so tickly. Okay, gotta get back down to business. And my boyfriend's mom just walked by and looked at me hecka funny. So that made my night. Okay. So, do it so y'all can see. Okay, I think I kind of went too far with that one, but who cares? When you do it, or if you want to do it, just don't go that far. I have a problem where I have this thing where I make up my mind and I avalanche until it's a huge disaster beyond the point of fixing, and I just have to pretend I did it on purpose. But everyone knows I did it. Okay. Alright, we're gonna go up here, and we're gonna go like that. And we're gonna go like that. And then up. And then right, and I kind of want like that. I want this to crack up here a little bit more. And bring this guy down a little bit. Okay, so now our face is cracking. Kind of want this to go. Oh, that tickles so bad. Oh, normally I'm not ticklish, but man. All right, so we're gonna clean that brush. And I'm gonna get one of my not so smaller brushes. Yeah, this guy will do. So we're gonna take him and we're going to get the white. Now, actually, I don't want to use my really, really nice white, so I'm going to use my nasty white that I used for Sally's makeup. If you guys want to go to my YouTube channel and look at that. I'm really excited about the Jack and Sally. My grandma was a huge, awesome sport in it. One of my grandmas. My other grandma was a sport too. We just didn't get around to it when I went and visited her. Right, so I don't want this white too wet. We're just, see how it has that little curve right there? That's what we're going to try to use the most of. Oh man. Right here, it's just so bad. Okay. So, we're just going to kind of outline, just to make little shadows right here. Like that. Oh gosh, I don't know why that tickles so bad. I've never had face paint tickle. Now I know what it's like when the little kids and I'm like, don't squirm, and they go, but it tickles. Now I know what they feel like. Oh goodness gracious. All right, breathe, Kimber, you got this. Sorry, hurt myself up. Okay, so we're gonna outline some of these guys. Just actually, I might just outline all of them because I feel like it adds extra dimension to them. Adds different light, creates a gray. Spritz, I love my little spritzer because it gives me just the right amount of water so it's not drippy. I'm just going to follow some of the cracks. I'm pretty sure I could just do this as a creepy doll thing too. Thought about that too. Maybe that'll be next Friday night. Let me know. That's something you desire. I was talking to my grandma and she goes, what is it that you truly desire? And I'm like, that sounds so familiar. What is that from? She goes, oh, it's from the TV show Lucifer. And I'm like, of course it is. Yeah, that sounds about right. And it cracked me up. And then we're gonna go like that. And we're just gonna, you do not have to do the white. If you feel like the white is just ruining it for you, totally skip the white part. It's fine. I kind of want to do just like that. And then maybe, I should probably finish what I started, which is like this. And then kind of had this idea going around. I'm just constantly swirling my paintbrush in the white paint, or the dirty white paint. Just gonna go, oh gosh, tickly. Okay, I can do this. I'm an adult. Right, I'm an adult who's painting my face. Oh dear Lord. When I was younger, one of my grandmas, they used to read this one book to me, and it's called Yellow, Green, Purple, or something like that. And it was an all-time favorite book. I realized it's probably one of the reasons I am the way I am today. The giant child that I am that likes to color on myself. Sorry, I was going to finish saying what I was saying, but I wanted to make sure I didn't miss that part. All right, now we're going to go in for the eye. So anyways, the book, that book, it goes, I'm not getting you markers. Children color on the walls, they color on themselves, they color on the floor, they color on the walls, they color on the floors, and they color on themselves. And that's one of the main things I remember. And this little girl, she's like, Mom, all my colors are super dull, and I want this super indelible, never come off, even after you're dead, or even maybe even later. And it like says that with a bunch of commas. And she ends up coloring herself, and she takes this magic pill that turns her invisible, and then she colors herself in the permanent marker again, but normal colors. And then her mom's like, you can't go through your whole life as a drawing? And she goes, yeah, I can. Dad does it all the time. He just doesn't need to get wet because she colored her dad. So anyways, I think that's one of the reasons why I enjoy doing some of the stuff I do is because my grandma introduced that book to me. I guess I colored on the walls once and she got a very angry phone call from my mom. Oh, that's fun. All right. I feel like the upper lip is missing something, so I'm going to fill it in with this. I'm just going to go and down and up and down and like that and like that and like that. And I don't want to go like that. Okay, so we're done with that. And here you have our scary clown, or scary pumpkin. So I'm going to spritz it with water, and then we're going to do glitter, and then we're done. So give me 1 second. It's kind of already wet, so I didn't need a whole lot of work. Okay. Well, I am very happy with this. Let me know what you guys think. And I know people are just going to watch this later after, maybe. But what do you think? Oh boy. So here is my spooky pumpkin. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to make Friday night or Saturday night spooky night, and we can do some things then. I think I forgot. I'm gonna have to rewatch this video and figure out what I said I wanted to do for next week, possibly if it turns into a thing. But thank you very much, you guys, for watching and giving your time to stay here with me as I ramble on. But I do want to know about your child's Halloween costumes this year, or what you used to be as a kid. Like I said, I was a hippie for a lot of years, or a dead zombie bride. I didn't realize that was redundant at the time because all zombies are dead. But you can't really tell a 8-year-old that. Anywho, thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone stays safe, and good night. Bye.